Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Nicholas.kit. Thank you so much for tuning in. And today I've got my hipster glasses on here. This is the first time you guys are seeing me like this, so I hope it's not too weird, because I ran into a couple of problems with my contact lenses, so I've got to stick with this for a couple of days. Yeah, haven't been this nerdy. Anyway, we're coming to an end of 2015. As you guys know, Christmas is coming up in a few days time, so I would like to make a what's on my Android. Yeah, basically in today's video I'll share a couple of applications that I use from day to day that I think is useful and efficient, to see whether if it suits you guys. So not only that, today we will also be talking about some CM13 updates for the OnePlus 2. I will report some of the developments going on, what are the problems, what are the issues, is it a stable ROM. So yeah, we'll get all into that. Well, with that said, let's get right into the video. Alright, so 2015 has been a great year for me. I've accomplished lots of stuff that I've always wanted to, and also in 2015 I've learned how to change ROM. Yeah, with the help of my friend Kelson. As you guys know, he might be just commenting right now at this moment down in the comments. Yeah, I know you, damn it. So yeah, thank you for his support on my channel, helping me out with stuff. Otherwise I wouldn't have known all this stuff, so thank you. Alright, this is genuine. Alright, serious stuff here. Let's just start off with CM13 first, shall we? So I'm just gonna give you guys a quick, short description of what's going on. As of right now, there are two different ROMs. Both are also based on CM13 on XDA forums. So both are pretty stable. And as of right now, as of today is the 21st of December, the ROM is pretty stable. It is still in beta, but it's pretty stable. And there are two issues that is holding me back from switching over to it as a daily driver. So one of it is the camera. I'll show you a picture right here. Boom. Alright, so this is what you'll see if you're using the camera on CM13. Yes, I look like one of the characters from Avatar because of the blue skin. Alright. And not only that, USB OTG has no support from CM13 as of today. So yeah, these are the two issues that are holding me back. Well, it really depends. If the camera doesn't really mean that much to you, or if your OnePlus 2 is a secondary device, I mean, you can go ahead and flash the ROM. But as for me, OnePlus 2 is my daily driver, so without the camera I think it's a bit difficult to survive, don't you think so? So yeah, I think it's better to stay with Lollipop as for now. So you might be wondering, what ROM am I on if I'm not on CM13? Well, here it is, the OnePlus 2, and as of today, I'm on the Blisspop ROM. Blisspop is a very highly customizable ROM, so if you guys are, people who likes to customize, Blisspop is the one for you. And I was previously on AuxXxilium's Temasek build, but unfortunately his development for the ROM has stopped, so I guess there's no point using that anymore. So I just recently switched over to Blisspop. So in my opinion, the Lollipop 5.1.1 is still the best for the OnePlus 2 as for now, because it's really stable and it's qualified and stable to use as a daily driver. Because we want to keep things on the safe side. And there are a couple of stuff to be are confirmed not to be working, like the fingerprint reader and the laser autofocus. These things will only work after Marshmallow is being implemented to Oxygen OS. So I guess we'll have to wait. Alright, so we're done with the updates. Let's get right into the main topic for today. And the first thing you'll see right here is that I'm rocking on a Nova launcher Prime. So Prime, you actually have to pay for Prime, but right now it has a discount in the Google Play Store, so it's pretty cheap. I totally highly recommend you guys to get it, because why not, right? Anyway, Nova launcher is one of the best launcher I've ever used, because it is highly customizable. Alright, you don't need to have your ROM to be tweaked in any way. If you just want to customize your phone, Nova Launcher it is. So here in the settings, we've got endless customization. We can go from your desktop, application and widget drawers, to your dock, folders, look and feel, gestures and inputs, yep, they have that as well, and read count badges, and backup and import settings. The feature that I like most here has got to be the backup and import settings, because this allows you to back up your phone's layout, such as your icons and your widgets placement, and restore it whenever needed, such as when you're flashing to a new ROM or going to a new device. So if you're using Nova Launcher, you wouldn't have to arrange your widgets and icons again. You'll just hit restore and boom, it'll go back to normal. In my opinion, it's a pretty useful feature, and it saves a lot of time for people who constantly changes their ROM, such as me. And yeah, not only that, you can also import your layout from another launcher, so it does not necessarily have to be being on Nova Launcher. You can come from another launcher and then back up from that site and restore it to your Nova Launcher. Yeah, process that. So another thing to point out here is that in the look and feel section of the settings, you can change your icon themes to whatever themes you fancy. There are lots of downloadable themes in the Google Play Store that are free. So the one that I like the most here is going to be Candy Cons, and the reason for it is because it has constant updates, and whenever new applications come, I think it will be the best, because it has constant updates and it will detect new applications and apply new themes for it. And the rest are not so bad as well. I've got a couple of few to recommend. There are Polycon, Sunshine, Moonshine and Glimlight. These few are not bad either, they look really good. Next up, we have Titanium Backup. This application requires root. So what does this application do? It backs up your application and system data, so it can be restored easily from a few touches instead of having to re-download all your applications from Google Play. So this is a very useful application as well when you're switching ROMs or moving over to a new device, if that's the case. So this way it will be easier. Otherwise, every time when you're switching a ROM, you have to download all your applications from Google Play once again, which takes time, and also it slows down the internet. But this way, once you back up all your stuff, you can restore it easily. It only take a couple of minutes, but it's a better way rather than going all the hassle to download all your applications once again from Google Play. And I don't know whether if you guys noticed, but I'm rocking on a pretty badass wallpaper in the background. And one of the best applications for wallpaper has to be Zedge. Zedge has been around in the Google Play Store for quite some time now, and most of the wallpapers that they provide are in very high quality. So we've got a couple of sections here. We've got categories, featured, recent and popular. So in the categories, we've got tons of stuff like abstract, anime, automobile, vehicles, comedy, wow, cartoons, games, yeah, everything that you can imagine of, they'll have it. So I think these wallpapers from Zedge will not only make mine, but your wallpaper cooler too. When it comes to music streaming, I think we'll have to give this to Spotify. I personally enjoy using it very much, and when I first signed up for this, I didn't know that there's a feature that I could control whatever that's playing on my laptop through my phone. I can select tracks and even toggling the volume as well. That is so crazy. And not only that, the music is streamed across devices like my desktop, my OnePlus 1, my Samsung Galaxy S4, my OnePlus 2 with only one account. So you can play music wherever you want to. So next up, we come to file managers, and I'm pretty sure all of us here are using different types of file managers, but in my personal opinion, I've been using this from the very beginning and have been loving it ever since. This is called the ES File Explorer, and what I like about this so much is that I'm able to sort out my files. So I can either sort it according to name, ascending and descending order, the type, the file size, and when was the file or the folder last modified. And if I'm not liking the list that is being displayed, I can switch it to medium icons, small icons, or large icons, and showing different lists, making it small, medium, or large. Yeah, there are tons of, I think this is considered as customization as well. But not only that, so when images are actually sorted out differently, like let's say WhatsApp and Telegram, they are put in two different folders. So here in ES File Explorer, in the first page, the home page, we have got images, music, movies, documents, and applications. So here they compile everything into one whole big group. So let's say for images, we have got everything here. So you don't have to go through which files is for which one. If you just want to look for it, you just go into images and it will only display the images. And that's very neatly, in my opinion. So yeah, it makes it easier to find the things that you want to find. So next up, we're gonna talk about application that saves our data up in the clouds. So there are only a few companies that are only providing this service for us. They are Dropbox, Google Drive, and Microsoft OneDrive. These three applications are of course one of the best. They are throughout your mobile device and your computer as well. But among these three applications, which one is the best? For me, I'll have to go with Dropbox, because this application, Dropbox, syncs data files the fastest among the three applications, and the slowest one is Microsoft's OneDrive. Yes, it takes a long time for you, once you upload it to the cloud, it takes a long time for you to view it on your laptop. Whereas for Dropbox, once you upload it to the cloud, immediately you're able to view it right in your desktop. So if you guys haven't signed up for Dropbox yet, what are you waiting for? You gotta keep your data safe, yo. So I'll make sure to leave a link down in the description box below for you to have an additional 500 megabytes of data up in your cloud. The next application that we're gonna take a look at is called Chrome Remote Desktop. This is one of Chrome's extension, and this allows us to control our desktop with our smartphone at anywhere, anytime. And by that, I mean we do not necessarily need to be on the same local network as our desktop. So it means that I can either be somewhere in the world, anywhere in the world, and I can still control my desktop as long as it is being switched on. So that is pretty amazing. I can control my my desktop across the country. So this is pretty useful. Maybe sometime you want to pause a download. Yeah, I've personally experienced a couple of times where when I want to pause a download, or maybe start a download. Yeah, start a download, and maybe get some important files from my laptop, transferring it to the cloud. So I have to control from my laptop. And maybe if I'm outside, I'll have to use the remote desktop. So next up, we're heading right into the photography section. And for those of you guys who loves to take photos and apply filter on them, I'll highly recommend the VSCO photo editor. There you can sharpen, crop, do lots of stuff with your picture, and also they have tons of amazing filters. So you have levels to choose from, so to avoid having your picture oversaturated. Photogrid isn't a bad application either. It allows you to compile your photos into a collage and have different shapes and sizes. Yeah, they've added a lot in the recent years. They have filters as well. The filters are actually free and downloadable from the Play Store. Also, you can flip your image, crop it out, flip it 90 degrees, 270 degrees. It's all up to your control. So Photogrid is actually more based on putting more images into a collage, whereas VSCO is more on just editing one photo. So it really depends on the situation, but nonetheless, both of the applications are really great. So to complete the list of photography, we have this application called Badland. Well, Badland tries to give a DSLR effect to your regular photos. And if you're using a DSLR, a big camera to take photos, you'll notice that it'll have this depth of field effect. If you're not familiar with depth of field, basically saying when you're taking a picture up close, it'll just focus on that subject and the background will be blurred out. That is a very, very nicely taken picture. So this application tries to remake that situation with your regular photos. But in today's era of smartphones, I don't think it's an issue, taking depth of field shots from your smartphone, because for mid-range to high-range smartphone, I think it's fairly easy to take one depth of field shot. You just make sure you have to focus on the right point. But still, if you can't get your depth of field shot, there is always big lens. The next application that we're gonna talk about is called Gstrings. Now hold on right there. I know what you're thinking, but it's not whatever you're thinking that is. Yes, it's called Gstrings. It's a tuner application to tune your guitar, ukulele, violin, whatever instrument that involves string. Well, I've gone through a couple of tuner applications and I find this one the best. So I think it's mandatory for all musicians to download, unless your hearing is really good. Then I'll praise you for that. So otherwise, I think there's no harm getting a tuner application. You'll need it somewhere somehow. Now the next category of applications that we're gonna look into is VPN. And if you're going to Google Play and searching up for VPN applications, there will be a lot. But which one is the best among them all? Well, if you guys don't know what VPN is, it's basically, putting it in simple terms, it's a virtual private network. Basically saying that you're hiding yourself from the internet, switching your server to different countries so people can track you. Yeah, I think that is what it means. So normally people use these applications to do stuff that I'm not going to tell you, but you're gonna figure out yourself. There can be a lot of things you can do with VPN. Well, one of the best VPN applications out there has got to be Hola. Yep, H-O-L-A, Hola. So this application here, well, mostly if you have experience with different VPN applications, you'll notice that most of them will have let's say a quarter limit, a subscription. They want you to subscribe to them so that you can continue using your VPN, and also sometimes some will have limited time. Well, for Hola, they have none of this, which is good, and you can use it whenever and however you want to. There is no time limit, so yeah, it's one of the best out there. Now for my final list, I would like to list some of my favorite Android games, and I don't really consider myself as a Android gamer. Wait, is Android gamer a term? Okay, now it is, Android gamer. I'm mostly based on PC, hashtag PC Monster Race. I know a lot of console users are gonna bash me up now, but yeah, I mostly play games on my PC and not my smartphone. But I usually just try out these games on different devices to see how it performs, because some are actually having, some actually have high graphics. Yeah. So here are some of them: Badland, Bomb Squad, Duo. Duo is actually a new game being released by this company. It's really cool. It is cross-platform. That means you can play with an iOS user. Yep, in Android to iOS. It's multiplayer. My god, I'm losing my voice. Okay, alright. What else do we have? Limbo. Yeah, Limbo is not bad. It's pretty good. It uses your brain, your mind. Minecraft. Yeah. What else? Respawnables. Yeah, Respawnables is good if you love shooter games. And the last one will have to be Need for Speed No Limits. Yeah, I think that tops up the list. Alright guys, so I think it's a wrap for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys would like to follow me on my social media, links are all down in the description box below. And yeah, let me know what you think of today's video, and if there is any application that you would like to recommend to me, do make sure to leave them down in the comments as well. And as always, my name is Nicholas.kit. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.